Peace, peace, family. Peace, peace. This is your sister with the curly braids, Vicki Dillard. I hope you can see and hear me okay. I've got some changes to announce to you really quickly. I'm going to wait until I see someone come in. There's been some changes made today based on our broadcast. We had to delete that link. I want to explain to you what took place here related to changes with the great legend, Dr. Claude Anderson, that was supposed to be with us today, family. You're tuned in to my personal channel here at VickiDillard.tv, family. As you come in, be sure to come in, give us a big thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like and be sure to share. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like and share. Thank you all so much for joining me today. There are some changes, and I want to give you a notice about it. I know I'm late on here, and we deleted the link, so I'm sure some folks are wondering what happened when I posted about us. When I posted about Dr. Clark coming on today. On the count of three, family, hit that thumbs up button. Share, share, share. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. So, family, as you come in, I want to say to you, first of all, thank you all so much. I'm sorry for going a little late right now and the changes. The link is not working. The one that I was supposed to have with Dr. Claude Anderson, I just want to tell you, I won't discuss his personal business, but I got a call. So we have to, for personal reasons, on his behalf, we have to switch up the next interview. And how many of y'all understand? I just got that call literally a few minutes as I was preparing to air. So I want to let you all know that, okay, I want to keep, obviously I got a call from his family. So I want to keep those details private, but be looking out for a surprise announcement in the short upcoming days, not weeks, but days, okay? Not weeks, but days. Yes. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for your understanding. And thank you for being with us today, family. And thank you for hitting that thumbs up button, share, share, share. Yes, we are sending blessings and prayers to the great, legendary Dr. Claude Anderson. Yes. So no worries. How many of you all know I've done a few interviews with Dr. Claude Anderson? Yes. So you all know that I'm so honored to be favored to have that happen, but I'll give you the updates in the upcoming days based on the information that I was told. Yes. Okay, family. I just want to make sure that you are aware of that. I won't be before you long, but I will be strong. It's looking like one of my team members are putting in an important announcement right now in the chat. How many of you all know about the attacks that they said took place January 1st? Yes. In New Orleans. How many of you all know that your U.S. government told you that it was a terrorist attack that was inspired by ISIS, and they even had the nerve to claim that the Nation of Islam had something to do with it? Thank you, Shalina, for saying blessings and prayers up for Dr. Claude Anderson. So, family, for those of you that are just coming in, there are some changes with that. That's the reason why, for those of you that had the link that we put out, we had to delete the link. So I apologize. So I'm doing a different broadcast, but it was easier for me to just come on live and talk to you personally, whoever's going to see this later, versus me trying to post about the cancellation. But I do want you to stay tuned for the upcoming days. Yes. I do want you to stay tuned from the upcoming days. And you'll see what's going to take place soon, which I'm very excited about. But we certainly respect the call and the cancellation. And again, I just literally, as I was getting ready to go air, is when I got the phone call. So that's why I'm on at the time that I'm on, and my team deleted the link that we had initially put out. So we apologize for that. But you all know, you know how I do it here, baby. I've had the privilege of doing a few interviews with the great and legendary Dr. Claude Anderson. And so stay tuned for the next one. Yes. Again, everybody hit that thumbs up button and share. Family, also, be sure to hit that link. I was talking to you a minute ago about the fact that the ISIS, thank you, Miriam, who said peace and prosperity, love and light and protection. Goddess Vicki and Dr. Claude Anderson, peace, love, and prosperity, protection. Yes, to our master teacher. Thank you for saying that. Yes, peace and protection to our master teacher. Say that again, precious. So thank you all so much. I believe all is well. I know all is well, but like I said, I won't get into detail about the personal situation, but you all know, that there's no way that, he would have canceled otherwise unless it was something important. Yes. So just stay tuned in the upcoming days. And we have to move a certain way in the upcoming days. So make sure that you will stay tuned. Vicki, you look good. Thank you so much, precious. So family, I want to just briefly, since we're here, right? And before I head out to my next appointment, because I had already planned on being with you today, I wanted to just tap in with you real quick. And I said, let me talk to the family. So y'all stay tuned. Yes. Are you all subscribed here? I know you are used to seeing me on other networks and platforms that I was on for years. And I put those platforms over mine. It's not that I'm not on any other networks. Of course I am. I'm still on, for example, African Diaspora News Channel. In fact, I go live there now a few days a week. So, but I got to get back in my flow here. I promise you, I told you I'm not going to abandon my channel, this channel, Vicki Dillard TV, like I did for so many years. So, but I'm going to get it together. Yes, I'm going to get it together. So family, thank you all so much for your understanding. Thank you for your patience. And like I said, that's why we deleted the link, because we did put out a link. So we had to delete that. And so I wanted to personally come on and not show up and tell you that we got a phone call and we have to reschedule, and prayers up for Dr. Anderson. And stay tuned here for upcoming announcement. Okay. Thank you all for that understanding. How many of y'all know our dear brother? He's in his 80s. He's a strong man. He's blessed our generation, blessed our FBA, Foundational Black American Family. Yes. And he continues to do so. So we're going to be patient. Yes. So thank you all so much. And I'm sure you all understand that. Family, I want you, have y'all, y'all, you see I'm doing too many things at one time. Snake, thank you for your gift. Your gift is blessed 1,000-fold, beloved. Your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. And so, fam, if you see somebody coming in the comments wanting to know what's going on, please just let them know about my announcement that I just made. And then I'm also in a few minutes going to put it in the community page. But by the time I would have went to change the post on the different platforms or have my team send out an email or something, it was just easier for me to come live to just tell you face to face so y'all can hear directly from me that we obviously had to change some things. Yes. So thank you all so much for your understanding. Okay, family. Now let's get to where we're going very quickly. Instead, thank you, the sage. Your gift is blessed. Love you, Vicki. I love you back. Thank you so much. All of your gifts are blessed 1,000-fold, family. So, family, I was saying earlier, y'all know that your government told you that we just had an ISIS attack, right? They said that the New Orleans attack, rather, on January 1st, they said was inspired by ISIS, right? So watch this, family. They said that the attacks was inspired by ISIS. And how many of y'all know then we turned around and had an attack in Vegas? Yes. We had in Vegas. Now they're telling you that it was ISIS inspired. Tyrell, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. They're telling us it's ISIS inspired, right? Family, how many of you all know there's more going on than what they're telling you? I want to explain to you what that is, and I'm going to name names. And of course, I do that offline. Yes, Vicki, I like that hat. Thank you, precious. And so I'm going to talk to you about the details of that, because y'all know I call out them folks. I call out them Zionists. I call out your modern neo-Illuminati. I call out the hidden hand and the forces behind stuff. How many of you all know that just like in the United States, here in the United States, they tell us that we're experiencing an ISIS-inspired terrorist attack that they claim involves the Nation of Islam. And then we're turning around seeing all kinds of attacks all over the world. Well, I'm going to give you the for real behind that. How many of you all know that even the area that one of these attacks took place in. How many of you all know it has very spiritual and metaphysical significance? I want you all to understand that your government is involved in a form of witchcraft. And I'm not talking about the ancestral Black righteous witchcraft. For some of those of you that don't know, some of y'all are unfamiliar with even the term witchcraft and even what that means. We've been taught to believe that that stuff is scary and diabolical and demonic. Family, it's written that people perish for lack of knowledge. You better not let the devil himself that lynch you and ate your body parts. That when they had that religion, that's the one that said they was Christian. And if you can find a way to join that and still call them folks your brothers and sisters in Christ and just say, well, that ain't the real religion, then you ought to at least look into your ancestral spiritual systems before you go running your mouth when you can make way and make excuse for that kind of religion that ate your body and crucified you on multiple Calvaries here in the United States. I'm going to break that down for you and you don't want to miss it. I'm going to name names on the in international geopolitical forces as well as national forces. Yes. Leanna, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. You all are just giving left and right today. All of your gifts are blessed 1,000-fold. And also even those of you that give on Cash App, because Cash App, they take less of a fee than here on YouTube. But either way, I ain't tripping. I'm grateful. I don't be hard up on stuff like that. I'm grateful. And thank you all so very much. Thumbs up, share, share, share. So you don't want to miss my free webinar this Sunday. So y'all click the link. It's posted above because y'all know I'm going to name names. How many of you all know that some of these platforms try to censor you or demonetize certain things that you do when you really name them folks' names? So that way we go offline. And I am a very excellent teacher. If I say so myself, I say that because the results prove it. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. And so you don't want to miss that. Yes, Miss Cynthia, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. She said, hey, beautiful lady, I finally got a chance to support you. Girl, you wearing that hat. Thank you so much. Y'all look. I just got it too. So this is my second time wearing it. So I had to show up special for y'all. I wore this on a different platform. I said, no, I got to take this to the Vicki Dillard family. Yes. So y'all hit that thumbs up button, share, 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 and get your free seat this Sunday. Tell your family, friends, and loved ones about it. But I'm going to expose the American witchcraft that is not the ancestral witchcraft. And I'm going to tell you what that has to do with you. Don't y'all miss it. And shout out to our beautiful moderators in the chat. Yes. Well, family, while I got y'all here, I've been talking about this on different places, and I want to talk about it with you all here. Now, how many of you all know that ICE has touched down in these United? How many of y'all know that? Number one, y'all know that Donald Trump is now the president of the United States. He's he's took the oath of office on the 20th, right? And boy, was that some madness and a spectacle. Yes, family. For those of you that don't know, ICE stands for Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Do you understand? ICE stands for Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Now, I don't take it lightly that everybody knows that. I'm sure most of you do. Yes. So ICE is the enforcement, the federal enforcement arm of the government as it relates to governing the border, customs, trade, and immigration. Yes, family? So how many of you all know that since Trump has been in office, he's been signing a slew of executive orders, some that make sense, some that absolutely don't make any sense. But one of the ones that do make sense has to do with enforcing the removal of folks that violated federal law to get here, yes, and fleecing resources. And they said that they're spending their attention on those that violate the law, those that are the most criminal elements, those that serve as the most dangerous in so many words. Yes, Lil, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. He said they did degenerate things up under the name of Christianity, but we know the true Most High was a black man. Yeah, we know for sure, beloved, they did some criminal things under Christianity. You better talk black to me. That whole system has some issues with, and that's why it's important to stay connected with me with my spiritual school at the Vicki Dillard Mystery School. You can join on my website at vickiplanet.com. Anyway, family, I want to tell y'all, just give you a little bit of information. Tropical Punch, your Cash App is blessed 1,000-fold. Y'all, I'm rich. I'm rich. I'm just rich to be rich. Y'all make me rich. Y'all so sweet. Thank y'all. I said, y'all make me rich. Yes, thank you, family. Your gifts are blessed 1,000-fold. Family, Vicki, you always look so elegant and beautiful. Thank you so much. And I love the yellow heart, Shalina. So, family, watch this. Yes, watch this, y'all. So, family, right here, this says, let me show you this. Can y'all see this? Now I'm showing you this today. Remember, I've been covering this, but I've been covering it on other platforms, right? Y'all look at this Fox News. I'm trying to turn it long so you can see. Y'all can see this headline. Okay, y'all look at this Fox News headline that says Trump's ICE racks up hundreds of arrests, including illegal immigrants arrested for horrible crimes. Y'all see that headline? Now that's just out. As you can see, the date on that is the 22nd. So that's a recent article, right? But y'all listen, okay? I'm just giving you a little bit of the background. In the first day of Trump's administration, he has made more than 460 arrests of illegal immigrants, including those with criminal histories that include sexual assault, domestic violence, and drugs and weapons crimes. Now, family, just to be clear, when you violate the law to get here, that is a violation of law. So they're telling you that they're weeding through criminals in some instances to get the worst elements of criminals. Now, keep in mind, they don't do that for Black folks. They put a lot of our Black families and destroyed Black families and generations for petty crimes that was nonviolent, that had nothing to do with anything like that. Talk Black to me, somebody. For those that's asking about sending me gifts, you go to my website at VickiPlanet.com, go to the contact page, and that way you can find out where you can send stuff to. Yes. Okay. So, family, keep that in mind. I'm just giving you some basic information before I tell you I got a direct report from the streets. How many of y'all remember when I did my Black tour? Was it earlier in 2024? I did a Black tour in Chicago. How many of y'all know I was there during the week of the DNC? I didn't go to the DNC, but I was there during the week of the DNC because I did a Black town hall in the Black restaurant, and I met some of you all there. How many of y'all remember that? Well, how many of y'all know I got some connections with the people on the ground in Chicago? So I'm getting a direct report. So we're making news here and we're making news elsewhere. Famously Blacker. Oh, your very generous gift is blessed 1,000-fold. We love you, ladies. Stay strong. Keep going. I love you back, y'all. That's a Hollywood superstar right there. I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to leave that right there. Your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. Y'all are so precious. Y'all make me rich in more ways than one. I love all of my dear family. I just want you all to know just how extensive our influence, our reach, and our family. Do y'all understand that we got people that's way more visible than I am, that supports what we do here on the grassroots level? Do y'all understand that? I'm gonna keep her anonymous, but I'm just making that clear that y'all got to understand that we got different kind of soldiers. Talk Black to me, somebody. I love my dear sister. I love all of you all. So, family, it goes on to say, information obtained by Fox News Digital shows that between midnight, oh Lord, family, it said between midnight, y'all hear that? January 21st and 9 a.m. January 22nd, a 33-hour period, ICE enforcement and removal of operations, which is known as ERO, family, that's what that means, arrested more than 460 illegal immigrants that include criminal histories, as I mentioned, sexual assault, robbery, burglary, aggravated assault, drugs and weapons offenses, resisting arrest, and domestic violence. Now, can you imagine all the different people that's illegal that came over here and did all that? Everybody hit that thumbs up button, share. Make sure you're subscribed, family, and hit receive all notifications. Well, before this came out, I got a direct source on the ground. That's why I reminded you all that you all know I got connections in Chicago, because that was that's the first place I did my Black tour. In the upcoming weeks, I plan on announcing another Black tour, a small gathering of the Vicki Dillard Black Town Hall. I'm planning my next one soon, so y'all stay tuned, okay? And I always check my community page here on YouTube if you're watching me elsewhere, because my team chops up this video. If you're watching me on other platforms, Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. You can follow me on Twitter or X at Dillard Vicki. You can follow me on Facebook. There's a couple of Facebook pages I have at Vicki Dillard. Just make sure they're verified. And follow me on TikTok at I am Vicki Dillard. Make sure you look at the verified one, because there's some fraudulent fake folks out there, family. Y'all got these people that are just trying to be clones. They want to be you so bad instead of just being themselves. Leon, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. Love you and keep doing what you do. Thank you, precious. So, family, listen. So I want you all to know that I'm going to be planning and announcing in the upcoming weeks my next tour and what city that's going to be in. My first one was in Chicago. Y'all, before this news started to blast, the hood called me and told me that my connection told me that at least 200 ICE agents that they could count had already touched down in the areas that they're familiar with, in the areas that they run. So, family, I said, what? So, y'all, guess what they told me, y'all? Guess what they told me, y'all? Lord have mercy. Guess what they told me, y'all? And I told you this is what I've been talking about in other places, but y'all, I just wanted you all to see some of the evidence here. Guess what they told me, y'all? They said, Sister Vicki, they said that I'm gonna be real with y'all. One of the connects that's directly connected to my connect. He said he didn't just say they selling their cars. He said he bought 2 trucks. Mr. Gavel, I gotta be honest. I'm trying to cover it up, but y'all know I'm gonna give y'all the real. I'm not giving y'all the name of the brother who did that. Because it's 2, and it's a couple of sources from Chicago. Look, y'all come here. Shh. Y'all, shh, don't tell nobody. Somebody, shh. Look, so my people told me they done bought 2 trucks. Vicki, stop. Look, my people told me they done bought 2 trucks from the illegals because they sell them dirt cheap. So watch this, y'all. They just, y'all, shh. I'm being honest. I was trying to just keep it general, but one of them bought 2 trucks. Not 1, but 2. So one of my people said they done bought 2 trucks, y'all, because they sell them cheap. The illegals in Chicago, they done sold them 2 trucks. He could afford 2 trucks. Look, y'all, they said that they DoorDash and Uber jobs is affected now because they was using them cars to do that. So they selling their cars and trucks, but specifically my guy told me he got 2 trucks. And so the Connect got 2 trucks. And that the Uber jobs and the DoorDash jobs is suffering. So y'all look, y'all ready for this? This how y'all know I got this from the hood for real. Because I talked about this on another platform, and now I'm telling you at my own personal platform here, VickiDillard.tv. Y'all look, y'all know I got this from the hood. Y'all, they told me that they asked the illegals, well, why y'all, selling them like this so crazy, so cheap, whatever. And the guy said, y'all want to know what he said? He said, they can't take it on the canoe. They can't take it to the family. What they gonna do with the cars on the canoes? If you went through the water, the oceans and the seas, and the bayous and stuff. If you went through the oceans and the seas to get here, I mean the Range Rovers and stuff, the Suburbans. Somebody put a truck in the y'all get the direct news. It's only so much a truck can do. Fluway. Why Fluway putting put a canoe in the chat? Somebody put a canoe in the chat. Just put one canoe in the chat. Put a canoe in the chat. Somebody put a truck in the chat. Somebody put a car in the chat. So y'all, I said, shut up. Look, y'all. So they told me that, and right when they told me that, actually, I knew the day before. So after that, all mainstream media came out, started talking about all the stuff that's happening with Trump, right? Y'all ready for this? Did y'all see this? Everybody hit that thumbs up button, family. Now, we got way more people in here. We got thumbs up. And again, family, if you're just coming in, I already made the apology at the top of the video. I was supposed to be doing an interview with Dr. Claude Anderson. While I was getting ready to go live, we got a phone call from his family. I won't give out any personal information, of course, dear family. I won't give out any personal information, but just know that we're going to be rescheduling soon. Prayers up for the family. Yes. So we had to delete that link. So I know folks are complaining that they clicked on the link. And so my team just made the link unavailable. And so I wanted to still come talk to you briefly to personally tell you, because by the time I went to go make a new post to say it was canceled, it was just easier for me to just come live to tell you face to face. Okay. So thank you for your understanding. So thank you for your understanding. Yes. So how many of y'all know that we're going to be making this a special announcement soon? How many of y'all know I've done several? I had the high privilege of doing several interviews with Dr. Claude. So y'all know we're good for it, but we got to move the way his team and his family has us moving. And when stuff happens, we got to be understanding of our living legend. Yes. We are very understanding of our living legend. So prayers up and just stay tuned, family. Because the way we're going to do it next time may be different. So you don't want to miss out. So just stay tuned. Okay. So I just wanted to come and talk to you face to face. Now, how many of you all know, I'm pulling this up real quick, y'all, because I want y'all to see. Y'all know I'm going to give y'all receipts, right? So I talked about this, like I said, on another platform. Did y'all see this headline? Because I told y'all, I got the call from Chicago before the mainstream media started talking about immigration. They called me and said, Vicki, 200 of them didn't touch down. I said, what? And so, y'all look at this headline. Y'all ready? This is what I was pulling up. This from PBS. Y'all see this headline? Uh-oh. Y'all, what the headline say? Y'all, what does the headline say? Can y'all see it? Migrants can now be arrested at churches and schools after Trump administration throws out policy. This is from PBS. Officers enforcing immigration laws will now be able to arrest migrants at sensitive locations like churches and schools, schools and churches, after the Trump administration threw out policies limiting where those arrests could happen as the new president seeks to make good on the campaign promise to carry out mass deportations. The move announced Tuesday reverses guidance that for over a decade has restricted two key federal immigration agencies, Immigration and Customs Enforcement and Customs and Border Protection, for carrying out immigration enforcement in sensitive locations. It says, quote, the action empowers the brave men and women in CBP and ICE to enforce our immigration laws and catch criminal aliens, including murderers and rapists who have illegally come into our country. Criminals will no longer be able to hide in America's schools and churches to avoid arrest, the Department of Homeland Security said in a statement Tuesday. The department said Acting Secretary Benjamin Huffman issued the directive Monday. The ICE guidance dates back to 2011. Customs and Border Protection issued a similar guidance in 2013. So I guess while they're doing the Rosary Fair, they're going to be snatched up with the Rosary. Hail Mary, full of grace. Or the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Family. Look, I'm just saying, I'm trying to understand how we who are foundational Black Americans, those of us that are a part of a lineage, the FBA, Foundational Black Americans family, is not an organization where you can have presidents and vote in secretaries and take minutes. When we say FBA, Foundational Black Americans, we're talking about a lineage. Do you understand? So those of us who created America, built America, and all of its inventions, right? How in the hell we don't get these kinds of graces? This is what doesn't make sense. Your government is sitting here figuring out ways to make it legal for illegals to stay here, giving them a pat on the back and an addy boy for strangers. How many of y'all know we don't know what they may or may not be bringing in here? We don't know who may or may not have sent them. Talk black to me, somebody. But those of us who created America, and we know laws were created to intentionally entrap us, we don't get these kinds of graces. So I'm just trying to see how in the world, this is another reason why the Democrats lost, because the Democrats and the Republicans too, y'all, especially the Democrats though, they're the ones that's really pushing these pro-illegal immigrant policies, but they're not putting a priority on making sure that all Black folks that were given petty sentences and given records, how come they're not advocating clearing up Black records? How come they're not advocating clearing up the records of foundational Black Americans for petty, nonviolent crimes? Now, to be honest with you, I really got a problem with us even making distinctions from so-called petty and violent crimes. But I'm going to leave that alone for now. We're just going to go with that just so I don't have to get into all the politics of what I mean by that. But if we're not sitting up here talking about clearing up records for foundational Black Americans who created and built America, what the hell we sit up here talking about making it? Do you know that when we're saying we're trying to give them legal status, do you all understand that they're saying let's clear their records? Do y'all understand that? When you see your lawmakers go through a bunch of hoops for illegal people that they don't know, they're essentially saying let's clear up their records so that they don't have any problems getting homes, houses, and jobs. Zato said, this is my channel. I know that's right, Precious. But they're not saying that for you. How many of y'all know that even the firemen and the firewomen out there in Chicago, how many of y'all know that at least 1,000 prisoners were mobilized to put out them fires in Los Angeles? And how many of you all know that those are the very people that Kamala Harris fought to keep in prison when the higher courts told her office to release some of the prisoners? How many of you all know that both a conservative justice along with liberal justices ordered Kamala Harris's office to release prisoners. And one of the things that Kamala Harris's office, among others, specifically stated is that they wanted to keep the prisoners in prisons for cheap labor to put out fires because it saves the state of California. Don't y'all forget that. She was okay with their families being destroyed, their families being broken up. How many of y'all know that the Democrat says that it is unfair to break up families for illegals that come to the country? But they were okay with y'all's mama and daddies behind bars putting out fires for $3 a month. Now, some reports are out there. I've been seeing people post saying that the prisoners in California are getting up to $10 an hour to put out the fires. Family, the report says that folks are getting between $5 and $10, the average report. Some of them show more, but the average reports that are the most consistent and I believe the most accurate are the ones that are showing that they're getting between $5 and $10 a day. Are y'all hearing me today? And other prisoners are in there making products and services for big corporations and other government stuff. Do y'all know that? I'm bringing this up to show you the diabolical nature of your Democrats. Now back to this article. Are y'all hearing me? Y'all look. Watch this. It goes on to say, Trump has made cracking down on immigration a top priority, just as he did during his first term in the White House from 2017 to 2021. On Monday, he signed a slew of executive actions that included cutting off access to an app that facilitated the entry of hundreds of thousands of migrants. Did y'all know that? Suspending the refugee system and promoting greater cooperation between ICE and local and state governments. Did y'all hear me? I'm going to say it again. Trump, on Monday, he signed a slew of executive actions that included cutting off access to an app that facilitated the entry of hundreds of thousands of migrants, suspending the refugee system, and promoting greater cooperation between ICE and local and state governments. So your government is actually complicit in illegals coming here and giving them direction on how to do it. Have you all ever asked yourselves why that is? Have you all asked yourselves, why would your government make it easy for illegals who violated federal law to get here, to clear their records, give them homes, houses, and money? How many of y'all know that if a Black woman or a Black family is asking for an extra $25 for food stamps to feed their children because of inflation and because eggs and bread and milk is high, y'all will call them a welfare queen? But when we started calling out Chicago, New York, and other large Black enclaves for getting illegals Visa cards, to purchase money and to purchase food that triples the amount that folks get for food stamps, even Republicans didn't object as much. Y'all know that the deck is stacked against us because they are intentionally plotting against foundational Black Americans. I warned you all of this long time ago when Joe Biden slipped up and told us what the agenda was. Talk black to me, somebody. How many of y'all know that Joe Biden slipped up and told us the agenda right when he 2 months before he took the oath of office? How many of y'all know that? How many of y'all know that Joe Biden slipped up? Y'all, I don't even have my speaker up because I was expected to do the interview with Dr. Clark today. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear this. Y'all remember I kept showing you this for the past several years?
Doomed. This country is doomed.
How many of y'all remember?
It is doomed.
Can y'all hear this?
This country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. You hear me? Minority white European. And you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics, who make up a larger portion of the population than y'all do.
What did you say?
Is doomed.
What, Joe?
It is doomed, not just because of African. This country.
I'm sorry, y'all. Did y'all say y'all can hear it? I'm sorry, because my speaker, I didn't set my speaker up because I was expected to do the interview with Dr. Claude today. So I didn't have that set up. Y'all can, okay, good. Okay, somebody said y'all can hear it. Listen again, family. The time of this, that's right, Shalina. This is the leaked Zoom video of Joe Biden talking to black leaders. This is after Joe Biden secured the presidency. So in 2 months, he was waiting for that following January to take the oath of office. So when he met with y'all so-called black leaders, this is what he said.
This country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. You hear me? Minority white European. And you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics, who make up a larger portion of the population than y'all do.
So family, Joe Biden with his big mouth, and y'all know he was mentally ill then, right? Y'all know he was out of his mind then. So he slipped up and said what he wasn't supposed to tell us. He revealed the immigration plot in the first place because he was already saying how we're going to have to end up working with Hispanic folks. They're going to be ones taking over. He was telling us that America is doomed because of black folks and because of the fact that white folks in America are getting ready to be the minority. Talk black to me, somebody. Hit that thumbs up button, family. Share, share, share. Don't y'all forget that. I wasn't even supposed to talk about this today. Y'all give me a minute to try to pull this up. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this? Where is it, Vicki? Where is it? Here, is this it?
There is so much that immigration reform will do for America. First, we're worried about our economy.
Hold on. Is this it? Give me 1 second, family. Y'all know I'm gonna give you the receipts. Thumbs up, share, share, share while I pull this up, family. These are Democrats, right? The same Democrats that put black folks behind bars. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
Now more than ever, we're short of workers. We have a population
Wait a minute.
that is not reproducing it on its own with the same level that it used to.
This is from 2 years ago, y'all. Chuck Schumer is the high-ranking senator, yes, from New York. How many of y'all know that Chuck Schumer is one of the longest serving and one of the most powerful U.S. senators? What did Chuck Schumer tell us 2 years ago? Watch this. What did Chuck Schumer say?
Now more than ever, we're short of workers. We have a population that is not reproducing it on its own with the same level that it used to. The only way we're going to have a great future in America is if we welcome and embrace immigrants, the dreamers, and all of them, because our ultimate goal is to help the dreamers, but get a path to citizenship for all 11 million or however many undocumented.
Y'all didn't hear that. Y'all see he's at a press conference. What is the context of the press conference? The press conference was about immigration bill that they was trying to pass. He was telling you the secret reasons he slipped up and said what he wasn't supposed to say 2 years ago, Chuck Schumer. He slipped up and told us what? Chuck, Why y'all trying to make all these illegals? Chuck Schumer, why did he say he wants all the illegals here to be made legal to dreamers?
Now more than ever, we're short of workers. We have a population that is not reproducing it on its own with the same level that it used to.
Family, what population is he referring to that's not producing? What segment of the United States population, what group of people is he referring to that's not producing children like they used to? What group of people in the United States is not pushing out them babies like they used to? Family, be respectful in the chat because I don't want the algorithms. Somebody say them folks. Y'all say them folks. Chuck Schumer slipped up and told you these are Democrats, family. So every time y'all sit here and talk about how racist the Republicans are, and many of them are, please understand the Democrats are working against us too. Chuck tried to clean it up after the fact, and y'all know his staff was like, fool, why you say it loud? But he's really trying to get folks, so people that's naturally against this kind of stuff, he's trying to warn them about the dangers that they may not be aware of. White folks are nervous. Doesn't that sound just like Joe Biden's warning a couple of years before that, when Joe Biden said, right before he took the oath of office, why America was doomed? He didn't say America was doomed because of Asians. He didn't say America was doomed because of all these Indians that's over here from India. Kamala's people, the Brahmins and stuff. Vivek Ramaswamy and them, y'all's new vice president's wife, who clerked for Supreme Court justices. Them visas that Elon Musk and all the rest of the Republicans like. See, Republicans don't like our black behinds. Republicans don't like certain immigrants. Republicans like the Asian immigrants because they want to use them as allies because they know that their numbers are decreasing. How many of y'all know Vicki warned y'all about that long time ago? Why do y'all think that a lot of the MAGA folks start going off on Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy when they start pushing them visas and B1 HB visas for the Indians? Which one are they called, y'all? Let me make sure I say the name right. Talk black to me, somebody. The H-1B visa policy on Indians. They trying to tell y'all that we need them H-1B visas from the Indians and stuff. How many of y'all know
about Trump 2.0 and what are the changes?
Yeah,
what
that's
all
it.
he has brought?
That's what it is. How many of y'all know that MAGA came out mad at Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy because they supposed to have been on the conservative side, right? So after Trump, after it was clear he was going to become president, and right leading up to a few weeks leading up to the inauguration on January 20th, how many of y'all know that Elon Musk and Vivek got a lot of backlash because they told white folks in so many words that y'all they told white people that they mediocre and how they need them Indians and how they was pushing real hard for those H-1B visas. That's for Indians. Now, y'all got to scratch your head and say, they tricked them, didn't they? And how many of y'all know years ago, I prophesied that because the United States dis Foundation of Black Americans, and because they keep disrespecting us and refuse to give us justice, and because they keep prioritizing illegals over us, migrants and other groups over us, how many of y'all know I prophesied long time ago, years ago, that it's going to be the immigrants that's going to be a part of the undoing of the United States of America? That them very forces that y'all let in freely, that you love and give tangibles and resources to, they're going to be some of the very ones that's going to help to weaken you. But I want you all to understand that because white America is concerned about their population and their numbers decreasing, as they admit, and that's something that both Republicans and Democrats are worried about. Y'all see that? Do you all see that? That's something that both Republicans and Democrats are worried about, fam. Miss Yvette said Vicki is always ahead. So Watch this. It's happening exactly like that in more ways than one. So the reason why certain ones embrace certain immigrants is because they're embracing certain immigrants that they feel they can trust the most, that's going to be on call with white supremacy. While white folks' numbers decrease. So they're looking for immigrant allies while their lily white numbers decrease. Are y'all catching that? Are y'all catching the play? How many of y'all know when they passed that, when the Asian Pacific Island community, the AAPI community, wasn't I years ago calling out the Democrats for giving the Asian Pacific Island community during COVID, just after COVID, both the Republicans and the Democrats? Do y'all know that it was overwhelming support from both Republicans and Democrats to pass a law, a protection law, a crime bill for Asians? Y'all know we in Black America, we still wait for our crime bill. So why is it that almost a majority of Republicans joined Democrats to pass that law? Have y'all thought about that? How the Republicans are playing y'all to make y'all think that they're against all immigrants? No, Republicans ain't. They like certain white supremacist kind that they think gonna be on call with them. They like the Cuban immigrants and they love all Indian immigrants. Because they're looking for allies while their numbers decrease. And they got to look at immigrants that got a track record of discrimination, that's got a caste system. And when they come to the United States, they have a record of giving us the middle finger and working against us and with white folks. That's why they like OPWVICKI. Did y'all notice that during the inauguration, it was a bunch of white folks and Indians and stuff? It was a lot of cowboys and Indians at the inauguration. It was cowboys and Indians at the inauguration. Have y'all ever thought about that? After COVID, I need y'all to talk to me, Black family. I brought to your attention, why is it? Because I remember I went off on the athletes that came out to tell us to stop speaking against the AAPI community. How many of y'all remember the slogan, "No more Asian hate"? Where is that slogan now? They played us. Why did they do it? I told y'all the behind the scenes. Nobody was reporting this because I told you intuitively, prophetically, and accurately why they did in the first place when it was happening. So you're asking yourself, well, Vicki, why is it that right after COVID, in 1 year's time, the Asian community can get a crime bill for discrimination just for their community when Black folks are still waiting for a crime bill? Aside from that, guess what else they did for the Asian community? They didn't need legislation for this part. After they gave the Asians a protection bill, crime protection bill, with overwhelming support from both Republican and Democrats. Look it up. It was only maybe a couple of Republicans less than Democrats, but it was still a majority of Republicans. Ask yourself, why in the world would the Republicans join in on that? 2 reasons. But before I tell you, watch this. Y'all hit that thumbs up button, share. Family, make sure you get your free seat for this Sunday. The link is above. I'm going to be exposing American witchcraft and who was really behind those so-called ISIS-inspired terrorist attacks in Las Vegas and New Orleans. I'm going to expose American witchcraft, and it's not the ancestral kind. It's free. Click the link and save your seat and tell all your family about it. I'm going to break down who's really behind those the terrorist attacks. So family, so why is it Republicans and Democrats are willing to give the Asian community a protection bill that they don't even give us? They haven't given us one yet. And why is it separate from that? How did the Asian community during COVID, because remember they claimed they experienced more racism and discrimination during COVID. Remember that? So Republicans and Democrats rushed out to get an Asian community a crime bill that they haven't even given us yet. That's separate. And they didn't need no legislation, watch this, to give them $50 million. Raise your hand in the chat if you know that they also gave the Asian community about $50 million just for them. Y'all hit that thumbs up button, share, family. If you're coming late, I already explained why I'm not having, the link is not working. People are complaining about the link that we put out because we did put out a pre-link about my interview with Dr. Claude. We got a call. We have to reschedule family prayers up for Dr. Claude. I won't give out details, but just stay tuned because I got a special announcement in the upcoming days. So make sure that you stay tuned here and on my other platforms, okay? So if Black folks are waiting for a crime bill, and both Republicans and Democrats haven't even agreed to give us a crime bill, but they hurry up and rushed because the Asian community was complaining that they was experiencing more racism during COVID. How many of y'all remember they was putting out footage, the media, all at the same time? They put out the slogan, "Stop Asian Hate." Everybody was quoting it. Athletes was quoting it. Celebrities was quoting it. Hollywood was quoting it. The grocery store was quoting it. The gas station was quoting it. The babysitter was quoting it. Parks and Recreation had up signs quoting it. YMCA had signs up. Y'all know I'm being funny. Now y'all don't hear nothing about it, do you? It was all at the same time, remember? I called it out then. What did I tell you? Separate from that, hold on before I tell you. Separate from that, because y'all forgot this. I got to remind you of this, because this is working now. Separate from that, they redirected $50 million just for the Asian community. And they didn't need no legislation for that under the Democrats. As soon as Biden took the oath of office, they went to work for the Asian community. 2 reasons why they did it. Number one, family, they got together with the Asian leaders. I've been told y'all this. Wasn't no evidence. I called this out prophetically and I proved it in No Limit of Time later. What it was is the United States knows that they're going to war with China and they're going to war with other Asian nations. And they're trying to keep certain Asian nations on their side, nation people on their side. So they're giving the Asians in America, particularly the Chinese if they can, preferential treatment because they're trying to keep certain allies happy in the United States so that those that are in the country don't start to consider going back to their other countries or speaking well about their countries. So they're using them as allies because look what they're doing now. They're literally trying to go to war with China. They're militarizing Taiwan. And Taiwan, do you all know that in the US government, we recognize Taiwan as officially a part of China? But yet we're sitting here militarizing Taiwan to go to war, to militarize themselves against China? Talk black to me, somebody. They tricked you to believe that TikTok was just about protecting your child against the Chinese. That's a lie. When the Chinese or when other folks in the Asian community disrespect us and kill us, they don't do nothing because they want them here. But those individual Chinese people and businesses are not the same as the Chinese government. So because they know we already have a problem with some of them in our country, they knew we wasn't going to say nothing when they went to war with the nation and the state of China and others. Somebody said, Vicki, you on to something. I've been on it. I was calling it AAPI stuff out then. So that's number one. So they're trying to keep the Asians in America happy so that they don't start to speak favorably against their country so they can continue to be allies because America knows that she intended and will continue to militarize themselves and fight against China in particular because we're jealous of them economically and we're jealous of their technological advancements. So they empower the anti-Black Asians in America and they keep them happy and prioritize them over us because they need those allies for those reasons. Did y'all catch that? And number two, why did they pass that legislation right after COVID? In 1 year's time, they got a protection law and they got $50 million. And they didn't use any legislation to give them that money. So when we sit here and tell the Democrats to cut the check and Roland and other knuckleheads like him tell us all the stuff that they can't do you all know what did they do? They did not need no legislation to give them the money. They took money that already existed in different parts of the government family and redirected it to the Asian community. Did y'all know that? They only needed Republicans and Democrats to pass the protection crime bill for them. The money that they directed to their community was money that was already sitting in different agencies that they directed creatively just for them. Don't y'all know that if they can do a crime bill for the Asian community in 1 year's time, and at the same time redirect $50 million just to them, creatively redirecting money that already was in the government from different agencies, don't y'all know that they can do the same for us? Why did they do it? It wasn't because Asians was for real experiencing hardcore racism. They certainly weren't experiencing more racism than us. It was a couple of instances where they were experiencing that, but it was not widespread. How many of y'all remember they tried to make black folks the face of their attacks? How many of y'all remember that the 1 or 2 times that we caught them being attacked, it was from white supremacists? When they tried to say it was us, it was like a mentally ill black person. Remember? Y'all forgot. Y'all forgot that the 1 or 2 that they said attacked them that was black, we found out that they was mentally ill or something like that. Or they was homeless on the street or something, and they was put up to it. The legit attacks was coming from the Cowboys, the Yankees, American Yankees. Watch this. So why did they do it? What is the second reason, Vicki? Y'all ready? During COVID, and I called this out then, during COVID, Asian businesses were suffering because we forced all those different businesses to shut down, remember? So they little Chinese restaurant, they little $1.99 Chinese restaurants, they little nail shops and stuff. It wasn't just, because it's Korean nail shops too, let's be honest. It's a bunch of different kind of Asians. I'm just saying, because the mandates was put in place and forced many of their businesses to shut down, many of the Asians were complaining because a disproportionate number of their customers are us. So they suffered in their business. So what did they do? In order for their Congress people to justify giving them an infusion of money, they had to make it appear that they was being attacked. That's the reason why I told you all, you saw at the same time the slogan come out, at the same time mainstream media, at the same time celebrities, Hollywood, athletes, everybody started using the phrase. They did that on purpose so that way your Congress people can get behind it and say, hey, they're being attacked. Stop Asian hate. Let's pass a bill. Let's redirect money that's in the community to keep the Asians happy. I just gave y'all a good play right there. Wasn't nobody breaking it down years ago when it was happening like I was. America wants certain immigrants as allies. So they passed the legislation because it served a geopolitical agenda that America had. And it served the Asians in America. It wasn't because Asians was being attacked on a wide scale. They wanted it to appear that way. And how many of you all know the 1 or 2 instances where we found them being attacked, it was from white folks? How many of y'all know that whenever you talk to the Asians that was being attacked by white folks, none of the Asians would come out against the white supremacists that was really attacking them? Y'all remember that? How come they didn't come out hard when there was real footage, real evidence when it was white people attacking them? They ain't have nothing to say about them white supremacists. But they tried to make it look like black folks was the face of this. Only to find out it was some homeless person that had a mental illness that was put up to it. How many of y'all remember that when the census came out a couple of years ago, that they had to modify the census? They had to modify some of the numbers for the FBI or something like that for attacks, for racial attacks. How many of y'all know that when the census came out, they had to modify some of the numbers that was originally put in there because they found out that statistically, the numbers of Asians being attacked was statistically unchanged in some areas. And that the number one constituency, the number one demographic that was still being attacked racially, that they could prove more than anybody else was still black folks. Y'all ain't hearing nothing about no Stop Asian Hate right now. It was a trick, and I told y'all then it was a trick. They had to make it appear that they was under attack to justify mobilizing both Republicans and Democrats to give them a law and legislation and to hide behind how they was getting ready to get these millions of dollars, because a lot of the Asians who don't vote like we vote was complaining that their businesses were suffering because of the shutdowns for COVID. So to find a way to give them money in mass, they made it appear that they was under attack. They made a big spectacle about it and gave $50 million just to their community. And the Democrats sitting here telling our black behinds what they can't do for us, but they find creative ways to give just their community money. And the overwhelming number of Republicans voted for that crime bill. And y'all ain't asking questions about why is there so many Republicans voted for Asians to get that bill? Y'all better wake up and smell the begonias. It's a game for all of them. And Elon Musty And Vivek Ramaswamy tricked y'all because y'all really thought the Republicans was against all immigration, did you? Y'all thought they was all. No, they wasn't. They for the immigrants that's anti-black, fool. The ones that show the strongest signs of being anti-black. Because white folks' numbers are decreasing and they need to find them some good allies that's going to be on code as they become the minority in America. They're already a minority around the world. Y'all remember that? Talk black to me, somebody. Y'all better catch the play. Hit that thumbs up button, family. Share, share, share. So, family, if you just coming in, be sure to check out the whole broadcast today because I explained the changes with my interview with Dr. Claude Anderson. I know some folks we had a lot of folks complaining because we did put out a link that people were not able to click on because I had to switch it up. I got a call. So stay tuned because we're going to reschedule. How many of y'all know I've done plenty of interviews with Dr. Claude Anderson, so y'all know we good for it. So prayers up for the family. I'll keep y'all posted. So don't miss because it could be very soon, okay? Don't forget, join me this Sunday. You only got a couple days, family. This Sunday, get your free seat. I'm going to be exposing America's witchcraft. I'm going to expose to you who was really behind those so-called ISIS-inspired terrorist attacks that took place right here in New Orleans. Are they the same forces that's involved in terrorist attacks around the world? You're going to see. I'm going to tell you all what you got to do with it. How many of you all know that your government invoked even the Nation of Islam? I mean, that the Nation of Islam has been blamed for some of that. How many of y'all better wake up and smell the begonias? Kimberly said, I got my front row seat. I know that's right. Thank you all so much for your patience. Now watch this. Chicago. How many of y'all know that Chicago is a big place where foundational Black Americans was pushing against illegal immigration, right? Right, family? Family, who is Dick Durbin? And boy, is that name appropriate for what I'm going to say real quick before I go. Family, who is Dick Durbin, family? Can somebody tell me who Dick Durbin is? Woman Queen said, you already registered. I know that's right. Who is Dick Durbin, family? Some chick named Star, she said, Chicago turns red. You girl, you know I done talked about that on different platforms too. That's why they playing with Black folks and they wonder why we stayed home on the couch. And some folks voted for Trump to punish the Democrats. Somebody say he a state senator. No, he's a federal senator. But he is a senator. He's one of the two senators, not state.
We need to have changes in the laws that reflect the reality. Being in
Illinois is in Chicago is in Illinois, right, family? Help me with my civics. Help me with the U.S. map. I want to make sure I get my locations right. Is it true that Chicago, Illinois, that ChiTown, where Black folks in ChiTown was giving y'all hell for illegal immigration? Please let me know. Is it true that Chicago is in Illinois? Okay, yes. Y'all said yes, it is. Okay. The date of this clip, and it's short, family, is from January 2024. I showed y'all this on different platforms. Yes? What did I show you? Here is Dick Durbin, family, on the floor in Congress.
into this country.
Somebody real quick. Is Dick Durbin a Republican or a Democrat? Before I play this, tell me, somebody, is Dick Durbin a Republican or Democrat or independent? I want to get my facts right. I don't want nobody to think I'm making up nothing. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Chantel. Thank you, Sabrina. Thank you, Miss Yvette. Thank you, Tropical Punch. Thank you, Miss Kimberly. Everybody is saying that he's a Democrat. I played you the Democrat Joe Biden, who said that America is doomed because of Black folks and because white folks in America are getting ready to be the minority, right? I played you Joe Biden saying how we're going to be forced to work with the Hispanic people, right? I played you the video footage a few minutes ago again of Chuck Schumer saying the reason why we need to make the illegals in America legal is because a certain population in America, which he's talking about white people, are not producing children like they used to. Y'all heard that, right? Are those Democrats too? Listen to what this other Democrat, long-serving, high-ranking senator said.
And yet, there's been resistance throughout our history, unless we needed cheap labor to build it, being an immigrant to this country.
What?
And yet,
what you say, Dick Durbin?
Being an immigrant to this country. And yet, there's been resistance throughout our history, unless we needed cheap labor to build the Transcontinental Railroad when we invited Chinese workers to come in. We treated them, unfortunately, in an inhumane fashion and didn't give them largely eligibility to become citizens. But we needed the labor. We needed the workers. It's happened many times before. What troubles me about the debate now about the southern border is it is one half of the immigration equation. Yes, we need order at the border. Yes, we need to have changes in the laws.
When did I say this video was? I said this video was last January, family, a year ago, right? What did he say? He said, yeah, we need order at the border. He knows the border is a problem. Y'all heard him say it? Listen, it's short, but listen.
What troubles me about the debate now about the southern border is it is one half of the immigration equation. Yes, we need order at the border. Yes, we need to have changes in the laws that reflect the reality of the overwhelming numbers from all over the world who are coming to our shores and our border. But there's also an incredible demand for legal immigration into this country even now. The presiding officer, my colleague from the state of Illinois, has legislation which addresses one aspect of that. Her bill, and I hope I describe it accurately, says that if you're an undocumented person in this country and you can pass the physical and the required test, background test, the like, you can serve in our military, and if you do it honorably, we will make you citizens of the United States.
How long have I been putting y'all on game? Every time they make a move, before it makes news, I've been trying to connect dots. It ain't just the Republicans. They playing with y'all. They want you to think that there's a difference between the two, but when it comes down to the substantive issue, it's Joe Biden, the Republican, that told y'all that we're going to have to start working with the Hispanics. He said America's doomed because of black folks. And why? Because white folks getting ready to be the minority. He didn't say America was doomed because of Asians or Indians or any other group. He said it's doomed because of us. Y'all know why he said us? Because we the blackest with the most melanin. And they scared that the country finna be black and blacker. The rest of them got less melanin. And they know that our spirit of revolution is greater than everybody else's. So they need some anti-black, other melanated type people to come here that's going to be allies with them while their numbers decrease. Joe Biden told you. The other one I just played, you told you that what? But I tell you, Chuck Schumer said we need them here because there's a certain group of population that ain't producing children like they used to. He talking about white folks, right? And what did Dick Durbin? Y'all see why y'all got so many issues in Chicago? I'm trying to connect some dots. Why do you all think I asked y'all to tell me whether or not Chicago was in Illinois or not? Why do you think I'm trying to show you this high-ranking senator in Chicago, in Illinois, that said what? Y'all missed what he said. He said, yeah, we need to address legal immigration. But he said undocumented, which is illegal immigration. He said what?
An incredible demand for legal immigration into this country even now. The presiding officer, my colleague from the state of Illinois, has legislation which addresses one aspect of that. Her bill, and I hope I describe it accurately, says that if you're an undocumented person in this country and you can pass the physical and the required test, background test, the like, you can serve in our military, and if you do it honorably, we will make you citizens of the United States.
They're putting people that violated federal law, criminals, they're saying, let's reward you by putting you in the military. Y'all know why? He gonna tell you in just a minute. I believe this clip shows it's been a few years. I just pulled it up real quick because I want to show y'all. I've been telling y'all about this for years. So I had to come throw this together real quick. Listen, somebody on the floor of Congress is gonna object to what he said. Listen to what he gonna say in return. Listen.
Do we need that?
Look.
Do you know what the recruiting that?
Watch this, y'all. Y'all not gonna hear the person fully, so listen closely, but you can tell somebody in the audience of somebody on the floor of Congress is heckling him. Listen to how he responds to the heckler, okay? Brother Zebulon, I love you back, brother. Listen, fam, listen to what he says. So after he sits there and say, let's make the illegal immigrants legal after they serve in the military. Let's reward the illegals and the criminals and trust them in our military. Somebody says something about it on the floor of Congress. Listen to how he responds to him. Y'all ready? I pulled it. I'm rewinding a little bit so that way I'm gonna stop talking so you can hear it. Sure. Because you can't hear the heckler good, but you're gonna hear how he responds. This is a year ago.
Our shores and our border, but there's also an incredible demand for legal immigration into this country even now. The presiding officer, my colleague from the state of Illinois, has legislation which addresses one aspect of that. Her bill, and I hope I describe it accurately, says that if you're an undocumented person in this country and you can pass the physical and the required test, background test, the like, you can serve in our military, and if you do it honorably, we will make you citizens of the United States. Do we need that? Do you know what the recruiting numbers are at the Army and the Navy and the Air Force? They can't reach their quotas each month. They can't find enough people to join our military forces.
Do you all see that? Vicki been on it. I've been telling you. This is from a year ago. Are you connecting the dots? Do y'all see all these different agendas on why they want these illegals here? He just told you he was heckled on the floor in Congress in Washington, D.C., where somebody said, do we really need that? He looks up and said, do we really need that? He's responding by saying, do you know our recruiting numbers? The military cannot get their quotas. Their quotas are low. How many of y'all know that the reason why America does her imperialist empire and destroys other nations is because she's got to have killer soldiers to do it? So America wants to keep her place in the world, keep bullying the rest of the world, and her almost 800, almost just under 1,000 installations and bases around the world. So she needs soldiers and killers to do it. So they want to use the illegals to do that and reward them for that too. Miss Yvette said, yep, Vicki, you told us, and I see what's going on walking around in New York City. Y'all, catch the play. They see usefulness of them so they can have white supremacist allies that they can benefit from to keep white folks in place. By giving them that, they want them to partner with them because their numbers are low. They want to use them for economic reasons and cheap labor and workers. They want to use them to serve in our killer imperialist American empire because America cannot recruit enough citizens now for the Navy, the Army, and the Air Force. And there's a more pernicious reasons that they're using these immigrants here too. But I'm giving you receipts of what they done slipped up and said out loud. This was in a hearing that they didn't do at a press conference. This is straight from the floor. And he slips up and tell them, do you know what the recruiting, their quotas are? The quotas are low all throughout the military. Y'all better catch the play. Those are just a few things I'm going to say online. I'm not going to tell you the other reasons. You got to come to my special webinars offline to get that information. Click the link above. The next one I'm doing is this Sunday, and it's free. Share it with your family and loved ones. But this Sunday, I'm also going to be breaking down who is really behind the so-called ISIS-inspired terrorist attack that took place here in New Orleans, Louisiana, and Vegas. I'm going to break that down. If you came in late, family, don't watch all of this broadcast because I gave y'all information on my people from Chicago. They told me this a few days ago. I talked about this on another platform I'm on, but I didn't want to abandon my platform and not come on today. I was supposed to do my interview with Dr. Claude Anderson today. We got a call for rescheduling. Prayers up for the family, but y'all stay tuned because y'all know I've done plenty of interviews with him before. So stay tuned for the next announcement. Yes, it's going to be so awesome this Sunday, y'all. People always tell me, Vicki, I didn't know you put it down. Yeah, don't play with me. Don't get me just banging the gavel, Don't get that trick confused with who I am, baby. I'm gonna break it down like nobody else and let you know who's really behind what. Talk black to me, somebody. Now I gotta get ready to go, family. So click that link above. Let me see you this Sunday, January 26th. Sunday, January 26th. It's gonna be 2 p.m. Eastern. The link is above. Don't you dare miss it. Yes, if you want to join the Vicki Dillard Mystery School for very low cost, you get a free lecture every single month. You have access to lots of my free teachings that are absolutely breakthrough. People are getting miracle signs and wonders. If you're about that life for real to manifest and have unfair advantages in every area of your life, and if you're committed to your metaphysical growth, I don't care what your religion is. It's a universal spiritual school. It ain't one or another. I don't care if you're Christian, Muslim, a Jewish, Hindu, voodoo, hoodoo, or anything else, family. It's I teach from universal spiritual principles, so it's relative to everybody, and it can absolutely change your life. Go to my school today. Thank you, Shalina. She put the link in the chat. Go to VickiPlanet.com. That's VickiPlanet.com. Family, be sure to check me out later here. I told you, just give me a minute to get back on my schedule because I go live several days a week on African Diaspora News Channel. And then I give content, I do my content on my other platforms as well. I got a whole lot of other stuff going and taking care of my health, and then I'm working on some stuff behind the scenes that we're releasing this year. So family, thank you so much for your patience, family, and just stay tuned. I'm going to be making the announcements when we make our reschedule, but I just want to give y'all the little bit of information that I was given about Chicago. I was told that before everybody started talking about immigration and stuff yesterday. Family, but my people from Chicago called and told me. They said, "Child, Vicki, they selling the illegals are selling us." I told you about my source that my source. He said he bought 2 trucks. Child, they just straight up them illegals are selling their cars for cheap. They little Uber and they Uber and DoorDash cars. They sell them for cheap, family. And he said, I said to myself, why they selling for? So he said they can't put them on the canoe. Hell, if you jump the waters to get here, baby, what is a Suburban gonna do for you to get back? Family, I just was cracking up, but I had to share it with the family. So y'all stay tuned. I love you all so much. Family, be sure to subscribe, receive all notifications. And family, y'all know sometimes my notifications don't go out or they try to suppress the video visibility. So be sure to check on us on a regular basis. If you want to know all the other stuff that I got going on, just go to my website and join my email list because we send out messages on a regular basis to those on my email list. So if you want to know about when I'm going to launch something, if you want to know about my products and services on my website, if you want to know about the other platforms I give content on, stuff like that, you want to be sure to subscribe to my email list at VickiPlanet.com. My moderator already put my website link in the chat earlier, but just go to Vicki Planet, VICKI, family. There are no E's on my name. There are no Y's in my name. There are no double K's in my name. My mama said my name, I'm not short for Victoria because my mama said I didn't look like a Victoria. My name is spelled VICKI. VICKI. Say that because if you're looking for me and you putting all them K's and Y's and E's and stuff that don't even go there, you're not going to find me, baby. So go to VickiPlanet.com, join my email list. Go to VickiPlanet.com, join my email list. So when you go to Vicki Planet, scroll to the bottom of the website page and you will see it's going to ask for your information. That way you're directly connected with us. So no matter what's happening with what's going on here, you'll know what's going on. Somebody said we got over 1,000 people in here. Hit that like button. Thank you, Mac Meaning, for telling people that. He said, y'all better hit that like. Y'all know how they do me, child. They play too much, don't they? I love y'all so much. Thank you for tuning in, family. Like I said, I'm going to get a good schedule going. I promise you this year, even if it's only once or twice a week here, because y'all know I'm live now on the African Diaspora News Channel 3 times a week. And even there, I only cut it to 3 days instead of doing more because I got a lot going on behind the scenes. Yes, but I promise you it's going to be worth it. I'm working on other things that are not just on mass media or social media. Yes. How many of y'all know we got to work like that because of powers that shouldn't be? They trying to make everything AI so they can control everything. So the moment you do something to say something, or the moment they're trying to push something, you think, oh, I'm over here on this platform, over here. No, we're going to do both. I'm going to do a little stuff on social media. I'm going to do some stuff off social media. So I'm working on that too, family. Talk black to me. Everything I do is not on just one space, baby. Are y'all hearing me today? Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I love you all so much. I can't wait to see you again.